4, 5, 6, 14,
Okay,
15, 16.
it says we are live.
Okay.
It says, all right, welcome everybody to the live stream for HDUB50. We've got Boss 2 in the house. We have Greg Patrick in the house and Trini in the house. And
Oh,
we
it's
got me,
Trini.
Boss
Oh,
1.
okay. I was trying to figure out who else was
Yeah,
there.
Oh,
yeah.
hi.
Uh, this is a special live stream for us. We've not been able to do videos together for such a long time. But
Yeah.
we had to come on because uh, yesterday we lost Boss 3,
Yeah.
Boss 3, and we wanted to come and talk about him, memorialize him here because he was a great contributor to the channel, and we wanna memorialize him.
Yeah. It was a shock when we all found out, obviously. And, I don't know. I don't know when you was talking to him, Trini. I just talking to him like Saturday. And, when I heard that, what happened, I was kind of like, this better not be a joke. This better not be like, yeah, I was just kidding. You know what I mean? Because I was like,
Yeah.
it's already a bad
I
year.
was
Like,
with him Saturday too, so
yeah,
I
like
was
you
with
don't,
him for 12 to 5, and then I spoke to him all the way up to text to 2 a.m.
yeah, I
But
texted him and then I said, what you gonna do? I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was like 1. So I thought I
yeah.
probably was sleeping already, but that was already Sunday morning. And
Mm.
then, yeah, and then that was it. And then, but at least it was cool that, we hung out, I think about a week before. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And it's shocking because he was young, and
Yeah.
and for something like this to happen, you don't, I mean, nobody expects this stuff, you know what I mean? But it's just shocking, especially when it's somebody, you're around. Like some people, they have friends, but they don't see them for like eons. But
Yeah.
when it's somebody that you see and talk to every so often, it makes the impact a lot bigger, yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, yeah. Should we call him Boss 3 or but did he ever say his name on air?
Yeah, he used to say Steven.
Oh, he did. Okay, yeah. So it is a shock, and when it was finalized, when it was actually when I found out it sunk in, like I'm still kind of tripping right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know you were tight with him too, so it's kind of
Yeah.
like,
It was a shock for me too, because we were supposed to go to church that morning, and then so normally I get up about 8 o'clock, but I'm getting a telephone call with his mom's phone, and the neighbor was talking to me and just told me that they found him passed.
oh man. So it was
So
early
the
Sunday
mom
morning.
actually found him. Yeah, was between 3 and 6.
Wow.
Cause she
That's
last seen him on the couch at 3, and then she told him to go sleep because he get hard time to sleep, and then so after that she went back to the room, came back out at 6 to use the bathroom, and then they found him, slouched over and unresponsive.
oh, and for a parent to find their child, I don't care how old
Yeah,
they are, that's still, I don't even
devastating.
want to imagine what the mom going through. It's
Yeah,
it's tough all around, yeah. So yeah, I mean, and it's not like he was sickly or anything like that. He seemed healthy, aside from his cola habit.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like, what, Steve? Like bigger one than that.
yeah, yeah,
Every time every
right.
time he grabbed the Pepsi, he grabbed the one right below the 2 liter.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I said, oh, 2 today, okay. So you drinking for me and you, okay, cool. That's why I was shocked one day when we hung out. He had the small one, and I was like, something wrong with you? He go, why? You got like the 12 ounce over there. What's going on? You don't have the 1 liter. You don't have 2 1 liters, and he just laughed. You know how he laughed, huh?
Wasn't 2 for 1.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So it's like, he got that laugh like he's in freeze frame.
Yeah. So we have one person in the chat. Mike Dyson is here. He said I'm late, a bit late, but I made it. So I welcome Mike to the chat
What's up,
and to the
Mike?
live stream.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Mike, you still there?
So Mike, since you missed part of the introduction, we're here today on this special live stream to memorialize Boss 3, who passed away Sunday morning. What was the date? June 11th?
Yeah.
Yeah, June 11th,
Yeah.
Sunday morning. So we wanted to come on and say, memorialize him for the great guy that he was.
Yeah. There was one. I think now we can say it. Like a lot of times everybody thinks like, oh, you guys get good stuff. HW50. Well, most of it is Boss's one, because Boss 2 is broke. But we had some. There was one episode where we did something really cool, and we had some really good pieces, and it was from one of our friends, and he was the guy. He didn't want no
Yeah.
one to know. He was very modest, very humble. He never let nobody know, but he was nice enough to let us use it for a segment of our show. And so, yeah. And of course, when I saw it, I was like, "Frick you for having that." And he
Yeah.
just laughed. Same thing, like, oh, you guys laugh. He did that, slow motion, black belt theater laugh.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
but,
And,
like,
and to keep Boss 2 on the edge of his seat, I kept threatening to open it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It
because,
was that gold Batmobile.
yeah, the Grail, and,
Yeah.
he was nice enough to let us use it. So, I hope he's not like, oh, you guys, what you keep doing? Don't tell everybody that was mine. But I think he'd be all right with it. He was nice enough to let us use it because we never seen one, and he was the only guy we
Yeah.
knew that had one. Like,
Yeah.
that's something that you only see on eBay, right? And
Yeah.
so the fact that he was able to acquire one a long time ago, and he got it for a really, really, really insane price, I was like, what? So I had to say "freak you" again. So I had to really emphasize the "freak yous" because I was mad jealous, and I wanted it. Actually, me and John wanted it. We was gonna try to, he wanted to open it, and I wanted to run away with it. So, but we couldn't. So, but yeah, and then also the BREs were his, which was also nice of him to let us showcase it.
Yeah.
Because that's something like none of us had, nor could we afford. But him, he bought it a long, long time ago when they were like crazy, insane cheap prices, like when they just came out.
Yeah.
So, he was on the cusp of a lot of stuff, so that was good. But now like all these things are like insane. So, but it was nice of him to let us do that. So it made us look good. And of course, we had to give it back. Was hard. I was like, here's you two imports with a Batmobile. I don't know. I think Boss wants to call him up.
And Boss 2 is like, coming to pick it up.
Yeah, but the thing was, I didn't even like carrying that. I was so nervous because I was like, if I drop it, it's not like I can go buy him another one. You know what I mean? It's not like I can go to Walmart over there and beef with all the guys and give me one. I was like, how am I gonna find another one?
Yeah.
So I was like,
so Mike Dyson is asking how old he was.
I think he was Trini was what, 56, right?
Yes, 56.
Yeah, 56 years young.
Yeah.
Yeah, really young.
Yeah.
Too bad.
That is, he was cut short, but I know where he's there, and that's where he wanted to be. So, you know what I mean? I know he over there. I know he up there already. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And But you know, like another time, you should have show him when you had the video when you accidentally caught him at the toy show. That would have been funny. You should have. Who's this guy?
Oh, oh, that video. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Trini when we ran into you at the two of you at the Alamana Hotel. And he stuck
Okay.
his head in the video. I was like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna use that, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
When I
You know. There was something funny that happened, and remember the time, Trini, you and him came down to so and so's shop. Remember that when
Yeah.
he came,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we was always like, "Hey, that's Trini, but how come she leaving her lights on?" And we seen you walk out, right? We seen you walk out. It's like,
Yeah.
how come she get her lights on? And then, the kind was like, "Bro, he stay in the car. He stay in the car." And I said, "Why would he be in the car? That's stupid. But why not just come up and hang out?" And then you came up, right? And then I went and
Yeah.
asked you where he stay, and then you made that face like, ah. And so, you know, she was loyal all the way. She never dug him out, right? But what she
Yeah.
did was, which was classic, we was all hanging over the rail, yeah, of the balcony.
Uh-huh.
Trini drove right underneath and went stop right under us. And you can see Boss Tree like scrunched down, like, oh. And we was all laughing, yeah, Boston. And Trini, she just cruised it all out, like, la, la, la. Yeah, buddy, like, la, yeah, there you go. And then he was like, I know he was telling you, go, 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 go. And you just was like, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Okay, enough. And you guys drove up. We was just rolling. And then everybody was like, I said, I wonder what. He was like, he never like come on because he knew Boss too. You was gonna give him crap about it. I was like, oh, that's gonna happen now. So last time I seen him out, hey, what's up, Steve? How you? Everything okay?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, nice day, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you got a question? He goes, what? Come you never come up? Why you went hide? Why you went stash for? How come you was hiding on there? I'll give me. So it was fun putting him on the spot. But you know, Steve, he can take a joke. He laugh.
Yeah.
You know, he was always
Yeah.
Oh
good
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. You know what I mean? He was always
Yeah.
good like that.
Mhm.
He was always,
yeah.
you know, even in school, me and him went to school together. So, you know, was funny. You know, there was one time we was in class and I never pay attention as usual. So I used to always copy from Steven, yeah. And then I thought he was smart. So we got a test back and I got an F. I go, Steven, what the frick, bro? I got an F, bro. He goes, yeah, me too. I go, well, why the hell I would copy from you? I thought you were smart. He goes, well, that's your fault for copying from me. I'm dumb. I'm not smart. And I was like, you know, next time, tell me that ahead of time, man. So it was funny after we graduated. Wasn't funny then when I got the F, but yeah, stuff like that. So and what was cool is like, you know, I used to always see him like after work when we doing the Walmart runs, you know, the hunting late at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, with all the other men hiding out and camping out, walking around, la 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 la, just sniffing around the pallets. You know, after a while we all stopped that because it was like, wait a second, nothing coming out. This is dumb, and we just left. But you know, it was cool. Like one thing about him, like I said, he always had that you know that Black Belt Theater villainous laugh. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna miss
I can
his.
hear it in my head as you're saying it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and of course you can see. You know, he was the first time I ever heard of Facebook jail, and I go, what?
Oh yeah.
I said, what the hell is that? Like I heard other guys say them, but he kept going. Like I said, hey, how come you never respond to my other kind? My IM. He was like, oh, I was in Facebook jail. I go, eh. no gotta lie like that. You know what I mean? Like if you never like talk to me, just say so. No, I was in Facebook jail. I go, dude, why you gotta lie for? Just say something, bro. Say you forgot, you had Alzheimer's or whatever, you forgot. He goes, no. So I never believe him. So I want to ask my other friend, I go, hey, you ever heard of something called Facebook jail? Oh yeah, that's when you do something stupid and they suspend your account. And then after a while, I said, oh, so that's a real thing then. Yeah, oh, hold on, I gotta go call somebody then. Okay, Steve, never mind, my bad. And I never heard of that, but he was on it. And I was like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that occurred during the pandemic.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, it's a
It
very
was all
popular
with his
thing for a lot of
hell
people.
postings.
Yeah. But you know what? He was doing what he loved, right? So
Right.
he was talking about what he was passionate about, which is good. That's one good thing
Yeah.
about him. He was passionate about something and he talked about it, and that was good. So you cannot fault him for that. He was hardcore.
Yeah.
Although I told him, what kind, happy kind. Every once in a while, throw in one happy one. Like puppy on rainbow or something like that, or I don't know, on flower or something. With fire in the background. Again, yeah. But yeah, he'll be missed. You know what I mean? And like I said, he was
Yeah.
we used to hang out and do stuff, and his commentary on stuff that we had. He was a fierce Mopar guy, right? So
Yeah.
So Boss One is Ford. I'm Chevy. Boss Three was Mopar, and Greg, you're kind of mixed, right? You get European and import, right?
Yeah, JDM and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Greg, a long time ago when you was going to trade me those two supers for my truck, you know, I was like, when I saw what the super went by, I was like, man, I should have traded him. I said I could have traded him. I could have traded him, sold the super, kept the other super. I could have sold the Skyline, bought my truck back, and it had another super on the side. But no, and then Greg kept going, what's wrong with that guy? That's a good deal. But I didn't want to sell it because Boss One gave it to me. That's why.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Otherwise, if it was something I pulled off the shelf, I'd be like, you wouldn't even have to finish that conversation. It would have been like in your face. Hey, you want to trade? Oh, okay. It was a good trade. It was a good deal. But after I saw what the Skyline went for, I was like, hey, can somebody slap me now or what?
Yeah, the Skyline alone's like $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but that's the only reason I couldn't do it, only because I like the truck. Plus, it was a gift from Boss One. So yeah, I wouldn't give stuff away from that you gave me. That I wouldn't do that. Gifts is one thing. If I found it, that's different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what you been up to, man?
Mainly me, just working, hanging with friends, family. Talking to you guys. I was talking to Steve a lot.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to talk for past year. Got to know him a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And you know that. See, that's one guy I knew that he was up any kind of crazy hours like me.
Yeah.
So if I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, what you doing? 10 minutes later, nothing.
Or we'd always send each other jokes and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like the little videos, the short videos and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he sent some to us too. What you guys sent? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny.
So,
he had an ongoing joke about you remember this, right?
Oh yeah. He really wanted that.
He's like, so how much do I have to give you to buy that from you? The guy had every car in the world, and he always wanted the Jegs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Jegs, and is on top of a Mopar, so he really wanted.
I used to tell him.
Every time I see the Jags, I'll think of Steve. Yeah.
Well, at least now that's what he wanted, right? So.
Yeah.
I told Steve, I go, dude, you got some grails, but why don't you just trade them for that?
Oh yeah, I do remember us talking about that, and it was a long a thought process. He was going through. He was like, "Nah, not really."
Yeah,
The funny thing is, he could have bought it online for cheap, but he just wanted mine.
yeah.
Yeah,
He never like
yeah.
buy them. He wanted them free. So it's better if you can get
Yeah.
them free.
So a lot of people don't know that on Instagram we do have a group chat between boss 2, boss 3, and me and Greg. So I called it the HDUB bosses chat. So we share a lot of funny stuff, a lot of really funny car stuff, and then some inappropriate stuff that we probably wouldn't share here because we probably get canceled too.
Yeah,
uh but it's just funny to see that distance does not restrict us at all. When it's when our common denominator is Hot Wheels, it doesn't matter where you are. We have this connection here. So um, Mike Dyson also commented that I think I scrolled past too far. He's Mike Dyson is 63 years old, and I told him that that's still young, Mike.
yeah.
And he said, I don't feel it lately. Um, but he also reminded us that we did lose Saul's Odyssey last year and Red Room Diecast also around September and around the end of 2022. I do remember seeing the tributes on the national, like the diecast pages uh, for those two. They also had YouTube channels also. So
Oh,
yeah, and I saw somebody just start a Facebook group page with I think it's called Diecast Memorial, where you go and you leave memorials for people that were diecast collectors,
Okay.
and I think somebody may have already put uh Steven's one up. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I've seen a comment from uh I forget what group this was, but it was like diecast collectors, open nationwide, and this guy did a lot of conversations with Steve also. Um, he also talked to Steve about the religion too, and he thanked Steve for that. Um, let's see what else we're looking at here. Um, it's there is a lot of comments showing up on Steve's Facebook page now of a lot of friends with condolences and remembrances for Steve. So I'm getting a lot of feedback in my ears. So um, Steve's reach was pretty wide. He didn't have a very public persona, but he did have a lot of private connections with a lot of people. So
yeah.
um, I didn't put this on the channel, but was it last December or the December before? He asked if I would donate a case of Hot Wheels to the church. And I was like, ah, no problem. I didn't really think about it. I was like, yeah, sure. You're gonna come by? He was like, oh yeah. And he was here in like 30 minutes. And I was like, yeah, don't even worry about it. He's like, oh, I'm gonna put, flyers inside to promote the channel. I'm like, no, just let the kids know you know, um, that it's from us and that we don't expect nothing from it, just to enjoy the gift.
And make sure they get
Yeah.
parental approval to watch our channel. No, no, no.
Yeah. Yes, because I do have it as not appropriate for under 18, and yeah, and that's just to protect us because sometimes an accidental f bomb
Yeah.
will show up sometimes.
So Trini, how you doing?
I'm trying to hold up. It's kind of hard because we were with each other like every evening and stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, he was a man of God, and he just want everybody to, walk in obedience and faith and get straight with God.
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Because what's going on in this world, and I
Yeah,
can say that, he did that. He touched so many people's lives that I'm meeting now, and it's like so trippy because like people are commenting, and that's my friends too. It's like, oh, you know
Oh
him?
yeah.
Like, you know him? Like, yeah, we
yeah,
know him. And he likes to meet people, and just share the agape love with everybody, and just help them in the best way that he can, and comforting them.
yeah. When I never see him for a while. Yeah, one time, and then I was looking for a church to go to, so I went down to the one right down over here that he was going to Calvary, and I just happened to walk in. I was like, yeah, what? I gotta go check this place out. I was like, hopefully nothing happens to me. This is a real church, and I don't get kidnapped and buried somewhere. So it was actually, when I get over there, I get over there, and whose face I see over there? I see Steve over there. First he had this shock look. His mouth was open, and then then him, man. He came running. You know how he run? He kind of waddle out when he run. His head go back and forth, and so he came up to me, hey, wow, bro. I was hoping you calm, bro. And I was like, and the first thing I said was, Steve, what the hell are you doing over here? And he goes, same thing you. And then he was there for a long time, which I didn't even know. So I was
That
like,
was a
wow.
Calvary.
Yeah. He was just shocked
Oh,
to see me over there. And I just told him, well, this place get fire alarms, huh? He go, why? Well, in case I set the thing ablaze by accident, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be inside here or what, but man, you can
Yeah.
be inside here. And then so he start introducing me to everybody. And I was like, oh, he's an OG over here. You know what I mean? And I didn't realize he was there for like so many, 8 years or something. But he introduced me to everybody. And, I've never gone to that type of church before. Yeah. And so everybody was all happy. Usually, the kind of church I go to, everybody's like, and everybody's here, yay, yay, yay. I was like, Steve, something wrong, bro. He go, what? Something don't feel right, Steve. He goes, what? Everybody all happy like that. What's going on? He just started laughing. But yeah, it was good to see him there, and from there we started hanging out after that, kept in touch, and till how we were now. You know what I mean? So yeah, all this time I never knew that's where he was going. I didn't even know he was into church. So it was interesting. I
yeah,
just
he
wanted to
was so
find one.
happy, and he was just telling me that he wanted you to get into church, and then he was waiting for you to come up near Lalani. So he said that you said as soon as we get the chairs outside, you come. I said,
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
okay.
When you get chairs, they come. I don't can stand. I was like, gonna
Yeah.
fall down, and then all you guys gonna have to.
I know, and then the person he told me about that you were coming to church was the Pearl Harbor. So he said, "Oh, my friend coming, so kind of watch out for him." But I was like, well, "Who am I watching out for? I don't know what you look like or whatnot." He goes, "Just watch out for him. You're gonna know who he is." So me, I was standing outside, like looking for somebody that looking for somebody, because I was thinking you're looking for me, so I'm looking for you, kind of thing. I was like, I don't see him. I'm gonna go in. So I was like, yeah. He always wanted you to come to church, and he was so happy about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just he wanted to share his joy with everybody else. That's why he wanted people to go there so much.
Yeah.
I think we lost John's mic.
There we go. I think we lost Boss too. Let me go check on him. Huh?
Steven cut out. Oh, just wanted to get that.
Yeah.
So I lost everything.
No, the Wi-Fi is active. It's gonna reload. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, sorry guys. I'm back. I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Boss Two is at my house, but he's
In,
social distancing.
Uh,
So I added this to his avatar because yeah. The funny thing is he doesn't know.
oh.
So his phone is on my Wi-Fi, and we're waiting for it to reconnect. For some reason, it's not. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of the comments I saw Mike Tyson had wrote. Um, someone else. Oh yeah, so he said it's hard to believe that he's the only one on the live stream, and it's late on the East Coast, right, Greg?
I think it's like almost 1 a.m.
Yeah, so it's kind of late. So, but he says it's not late for the West Coast.
Yeah, because they're 3 hours behind me.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. Boss Two is back.
You know, I got a scary shot. Like the camera was on. I was like, oh, frick. I don't have hiccups anymore now. Okay, so I know I came in the middle of a conversation, but I couldn't help but overhearing Boss One say something about me while I wasn't on.
Oh,
What's the
eh,
joke?
oh, that you don't know that I saved your own picture as your avatar, so they can see your face.
Oh,
Nah, actually, I have this.
oh, that one.
You even have Steven laughing on that one from up
Yeah.
above.
Yeah, he's probably rolling on that one. He's probably doing a. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my friend asked, he checked out our channel and he was like, "Why come you don't show your face?" I said, you know how much stuff I said about Hot Wheels. I said, I don't like Mr. Mattel come find me. Hey, you the guy that don't like my wheels, huh? And what you said about I gotta do what?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Why
my
is it the
design?
Rims Pro?
But you know what? You know what? Remember when we were all talking about it a long time ago? Maybe he was telling Steven about it. Boss One goes, he got one of the holographic RLCs, right? Because some come regular, some come with the rainbow effect, that holographic effect card,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know what video it was, but we were talking about it, and I said, "Oh, they got to do in Chase Piece already."
Yeah.
Getting to the point where you know what I mean. You got the regular ones, and then you get the treasure hunts, then you get the supers. So because now, how much people is in the club now? It's over 30,000.
Wow.
So that's a lot of cars, right? And everybody wants their stuff worth money, right? Everybody wants their stuff to be like valuable. Everybody wants their stuff to be collectible, right? But when you get 30, 40, 50,000, I mean, gets up there, right? Opposed to like 5,000, 1,500, stuff like that, right?
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah.
we were joking, and I said, yeah, they got to go make one treasure hunt and one super or someone grail or something special. And then that's when Boss One goes, yeah, I got the differential one.
Yeah.
So in
And
my
I believe
hypothesis,
that car is in the intro to the videos, so it's that
yeah.
Chrome Camaro. Yeah.
So my hypothesis is somebody from Hot Wheels watching us. You know what?
and they're pissed at you.
Yeah, yeah. They're like everybody keeps writing in. Yeah, that guy from HDUB50, the fat one. Yeah, he said you got another kind. Oh my God! Now we got to do something because of this guy.
Yeah, when we show up at a convention, you can sit there quietly and no one will know it's you
Yeah, no one
until
will
you
know it's
start
me.
talking.
I just won't talk. I'll just be like, oh no, I like the old rims that from yesteryear on the
Yeah,
RLCs. They're great. I
and
don't
I,
mind
I'm gonna
spending a
be
lot of money with ugly rims. You know what I mean? It's like,
and I'm gonna be on the side of you going, "Who are you?"
I'm sure they assign somebody like, okay, I need you to act like on 14-year-old kid. You monitor that channel, and anything they say, you report back to me. Damn it! And how do they know that we letting all the super treasure hunt unspun ones go? They're not supposed to know that. It's like we taking
Right
one
now.
guess. There's not one
Yeah,
wiggle.
so we got two on the live stream. I think we got one watching on YouTube and one on Twitch.
Oh, welcome.
Yeah, so thank you for joining. If you missed out what we are talking about, we originally started the live stream to memorialize Boss 3, who did pass away Sunday morning at 11 on June 11th. Um, sorry, I'm gonna mute you. I'm getting some feedback in my ear. Um, so we did decide to bring him on or do this live stream to. Well, something is going wrong. Okay. To memorialize him on this live stream. So I'm sorry, we're getting some audio backup feedback in my ears. It's really loud. So
Uh,
I got these. You can't see them, but I do have headsets in.
so Trini, you're gonna have to grab his his two favorite Hot Wheels, and send it with him.
Yeah.
You're
Or
gonna have
put
to
it
get
in. Well, if they let it, I have to go and give it to the sister.
the sister. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm pretty sure he wants to take that Batmobile with him. That and at least one Mopar.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of giving him one, putting it in with him, and then
Yeah.
got to give him one purple one. Otherwise, you're like, I don't think this. What is this? It's orange. You know,
Oh, you know what? I do have an orange one.
I think he likes
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
likes
Yeah.
purple.
He
Yeah.
likes the purple. Sorry guys, I just want to say thank you for Greg Patrick joining. He is close to 1 a.m. on at his time. He's gonna cut out from the live stream.
Oh,
Thank you,
Greg.
Greg, for coming in.
Good
All
talking
right.
to you, Greg. Thanks
Good
for
talking to you
hanging out.
Bye.
guys. Take
We
care.
got to do this again, bro. Take care, man.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Take care.
thanks,
Bye.
Greg.
Bye.
It was awesome hearing from him. I haven't
Yeah,
talked to Greg in a long time, man. You know, you should do, Trini. You should go freak everybody out and go on Steve's account and just answer everybody back.
Oh.
Oh, thanks, guys. What? You just freak out, you know, and just respond to everybody's like, what? Wait, what? Or keep posting stuff like, wait, how come stuff is? Because yeah, Steve's still posting from upstairs.
Mike Dyson said, "Say nothing and be thought of a fool. Open mouth and remove all doubt." Wisely said, Mike. Wisely said.
Yeah,
But yeah, we just hope that Steven had a lot of dedication to his collection that nobody tries to take advantage of the family, and that if they do decide to sell his collection, that they get for him what it's worth, um, so that he can have a proper send off. You know, that they don't struggle giving him a proper goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's
Yeah,
one thing with when it comes to anything collectible, yeah. And I've seen it happen before, and where somebody, they don't know what they have. Someone, a loved one or a family member passed away, and they're not too knowledgeable of what they had, and then they go to like a show or something to sell it, and they don't, whether they know how to do research, or they don't know how to do the research to find out what it's worth, or they have no clue how to find out, so they just go and sell it. Most, I would say 99.9% of collectors and people just and flippers, just to buy and flip, they see a deal like that, they ain't gonna say nothing. They're just gonna buy it.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that's pretty sad. Like, you know, because I've actually said something before, and I've had my friends go, "Well, you said that for stupid," and I was like, shut up. You know what I mean? Shut up if I slap you real hard, and you go back 2 decades. You know what I mean? Because I said this is not right. I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me.
Yeah,
And I
true
and
that.
when I first got into collecting, I got ripped off, so I know what it feels like. So to have people that do that, if I catch it, I correct it if I can, because that's not right. You know what I mean? I don't care if
True.
somebody else could get them. No, you know what I mean. And I've seen guys. There was one guy that I guess he was selling for a friend. Friend had passed. He's trying to earn money to help the family. He didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know he was going to sell it, and I couldn't make it to one of the shows. And apparently, like, he was at one of the shows, and yeah, guys just raided all what he had, took all the die cast, and apparently he had a lot of like good RLC stuff, but I don't know what was, because he didn't tell me what it was.
Yeah,
And
that's
so
unfortunate.
yeah, but from what I heard from other people, what it was like a couple grails, a lot of most of it was RLCs, selections, stuff
Wow.
like that, all high end stuff that went for dirt cheap
Yeah.
prices. And yeah, said that there was only like a few guys there, and I guess one guy walked in, wiped everything out,
Wow.
Mm.
and so the guy's not gonna remember who bought it, right? So what are you gonna do? But you get people out there that they do that, and that's sad.
Mm. Yeah.
That's a shame you take advantage of somebody that don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Well,
here
I
at
have no
HDUB50
say in all of that. So they
was
just
that?
he said I don't have any say in his Hot Wheels collection.
Yeah,
He just told me that he just leave it to the sisters then. So
yeah,
if anything, it's for the he wanted it to be beneficial to the niece and nephew.
good.
That's what
Oh,
he
okay,
told me
that's
at
good.
one
That's
time.
good then.
So, but what they do with it, I don't know. So, and I don't want to get in the middle of all that.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You cannot.
Yeah,
All you can do is make
what
sure
they
that
do is what they do.
yeah. Just tell her like, hey, like you save them. If you're gonna sell it, let me know. Then I can help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because I know you
yeah,
know about collectibles, so and you know how to get in
yeah,
touch with all of us. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? So, but if she keeps it, then that's good, which is what she should do. Just keep it, because that's
yeah,
his stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
right,
But I just
right.
don't want to see people get taken advantage of, and I've seen too much of that. And that's how this hobby is. It can be fun and it can be dirty.
Yeah,
With any type of collectible thing. Whether it's diecast or comics or cards or coins or anything collectible. There's always good and bad people. You know what I mean? There's always somebody trying to make an easy buck off of somebody that's naive, and they
oh
have
yeah,
no qualms about it. They have no guilty feelings or anything. So yeah, and
that's
that's the
sad.
kind of stuff that I really despise. It's like, really, that's
yeah,
the only way you can benefit, by ripping somebody off. Like, really, like, how many times that you go on eBay and then you see guys would be something, oh, super treasure hunt, and it's not. But
Yeah.
they put it and they catch somebody that doesn't know, somebody new, and they realize they bought a regular mainline. Like I think it was that Toon Mustang, the brown one. I think what was that,
Yeah.
like 2018, 2017,
Mm.
or whatever,
Yeah.
the super, that Toon Mustang.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
regular one was brown too. And I was telling Boss
Yeah.
One, I bought a regular one and I put clear on it. I sprayed clear on it. And the only difference between it was the rims. So if you're not really paying attention, someone sprays clear on it, it looked like
Yeah.
the Spectre Flame paint. Just that the rims was different. That's it. But I've seen people selling it like super treasure hunt, and I've seen it being
Yeah.
sold for $20, and I'm like, what? So that's why
Yeah.
we always warn people, like for all the new guys coming up. I know we had a video one time where we explained how, like, how to tell between a white lightning, super treasure hunt, a treasure hunt, just so guys don't
Yeah.
get ripped off. You know what I mean? Because there's always some douchebag out there that's going to try to rip somebody off,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everybody's
But
tough and brave over the internet.
and I'm still unclear on some white lightnings that I have, whether they are or
Yeah, white lightnings is very confusing because it's not like supers, right? Where you see the TH or you see the gold flame, and you know what I mean. Those are really specific. But white lightnings, you have like white chassis, white rims, white interior, gold rims, gold motor, tinted
yeah.
window, all that stuff. So it's like, wow. So I mean, was trying to collect white lightnings before, I would always try to get ones with the multi-tier. You know what I mean? Either the white rims, white chassis. So that way, at least you got two instead of just one. Like you said, sometimes it's hard. You
Yeah.
think you get so, because there's rims that are white and then it's not white lightnings. So it is
Yeah.
confusing with Johnny Lightnings. You got to really know what you're doing. So, and then you had like Auto World with its ultra reds, and then their
Yeah.
raws.
Yeah.
And
And that's right.
so
We had one of Steven's Ultra Reds too.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And in fact, I traded him one. I had the Hooker Hemi Barracuda, and I said, "You like
Uh,
them?" And so we would trade. So he got my, remember that 124 I found.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Chase. Yeah, I trade him. I
Well,
know he would enjoy it. Yeah.
yeah. We're gonna say hi to Quincy in the chat. Excuse me. It's Quincy in the chat. He's on YouTube. Welcome, Quincy. We just wanted to our live stream tonight is to memorialize Boss Three, who is one of our good friends, good collectors. Also is on the channel with us. He did pass away in the morning of June 11th, Sunday, June 11th, and we're just here to memorialize him. Share some memories of Steve.
Yeah. What's up, Quincy? Thanks for stopping by and listening. Yeah. If you hear an
I
ambulance,
did.
that's everything is okay. I'm just outside.
I did put a message out to New Collector to see if he wanted to be on the channel also. I think we lost Trini.
Oh, we lost
She
Trini.
may have got, yeah, I think she got disconnected. Um, and he said he wasn't able to make the live stream, so that but had something to add. Oh, here comes
Okay.
Trini. Let me add her. Welcome back, Trini.
Hey, Trini.
Sorry, got disconnected.
It's okay. So just telling Boss too that I contacted New Collector to see if he wanted to also be on the stream, and he said he wasn't able to, but that he had something he wanted us to share. Um, he said that I'll read it in his first person method, because it's probably I'm gonna mess up changing words back and forth. So he wrote that I haven't known Steven for a long time, only a little over a year so far. But we met because I would jump on your guys' live YouTube videos at night. Um, and we would have a great time talking story. I did get to meet him a couple times when we would see each other at Facebook meetups or our local conventions. Um, and he was, I should have brought my reading glasses. And he was always really nice and great to talk to. When I when I talk to other collectors and when I let them know about the bad news, um, they would only say nice things about him. We are all surprised and heavy-hearted to hear of his passing. I'm sorry for you guys losing a great friend and boss three. Here in Hawaii, we are a small group of collectors, and it's always hard to hear when one of us is gone. Aloha, Steve. Thanks for the great talk we had. So that is really good that
Wow,
he also
That
had
was
that
nice.
impact on others.
that was really nice of
Mhm.
him. New
Yeah.
collectors, he got a lot of class, and
Yeah.
really nice guy. He's got a great channel too. Does a lot of great customs, and that was really nice of new collector to convey that through
Yeah.
you. Now, I just had one question. I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at what he said.
Yeah.
Now,
No, we
did
know.
you when you said I should have brought my glasses? Was that you saying that, or did new collectors say that and you
No,
just
no,
read
I
it?
said that. I said that
That,
because
okay, that's what I was just checking. I was like, wait, did you just write that down? And that's what new collector said, and you just saying that, or did you forget? Just trying to be Pacific, okay? So, all right,
yeah, no, I was having trouble staying in the right line. I was like, uh,
no,
so
but that was really cool of him, and real classy, and yeah, that is true. The collecting world lost a great collector, and a true advocate to the sport. You know, um, like everybody knows, Boss One, he doesn't care about the packaging. He opens it and he enjoys the vehicles. Me, I'm kind of in between. You know, some I open, some I save. Boss Three, no way.
yeah.
The thing has to be like uber mint,
Right.
otherwise no good.
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
remember I was telling, I was like, Steve, but just get one small little. No, it's no good. But I was like, dude,
I
really?
know he would leave some in my car. It's like, you forgot your car. Oh, you can have those. So thanks.
Yeah, like I think he found I think the new Green Tune Batmobiles. He found one, and he found
Mm,
something else. So he goes, "Yeah, I get something for you." So we met up.
yeah.
He gave them to me. Hung out. We would hang out a little while, and he was like, he goes, "Yeah, they're not the best. So sorry, yeah." So I'm looking at it, going, "What the hell's wrong with it?" Like I thought it was all bent up or something. So I'm looking, and I'm looking really hard. Like, okay, nothing's bent. He goes, "Yeah, sorry about that." I go, "Why you keep apologizing? I don't see nothing wrong. The blister
Mm,
not cracked. There's no veins in here. There's no dog ears. The corners aren't soft. It's not fraying or anything." I'm like, "What's junk about this?" So it bothered me so much. After we hung out, I went home. I took my magnifying glass with light, by the way, and I would go over the whole damn thing. Still couldn't find nothing. So, Steve would have made a
bent
great
little
grader.
bit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I was like, and that's not mint. Damn. So so
Yeah.
yeah. So we had one guy that was kind of like, whatever. We had one guy that was super extreme. And you had me was like, I can go either way. so so that was kind of good, and that was one good thing about our channel. We had three different opinions about
Yeah.
collecting. Like
Mm,
we appealed to the guys that break them open, break them open. We also appealed to the guys that no, keep them cherry, keep them cherry, keep them cherry. And we appealed to the guys that was like, I can do both. I buy one and I open one. So that was one thing good. We had a good strategic lineup, and everybody had their opinions on what it should be. So and there's no right or wrong when you do this. So do you collect anything, Trini?
I have some. I was trying to collect like Corvettes, but more like the Stingrays.
Oh, like
Oh,
the
So
oh.
70s.
yeah, so every time he's like, Corvette, Corvette. That's not the one. That's not a Stingray. Like, okay, let's go over here. But he always like to like defer me to like Steven. Like he goes, you don't like the Stingray, you like the fish because he likes the Barracuda. He goes, don't forget, you like the fish, not the Stingray. And
Yeah, he
purple.
was. Yeah, he would be the type for say that you go, oh, it says Corvette. It's not Corvette. That's not the one you like. Sorry,
Yeah.
Dad. You know what I mean?
It's not Stingray. You got the wrong one. You want the fish.
Yeah,
Mm.
I remember. We was talking about. We was talking about something. I forgot what. Oh, was the difference between because the treasure hunt there's two different barracudas. Yeah, well actually three. You got the red treasure hunt. You got the violet treasure hunt or the lavender treasure hunt, and then you had the gray treasure hunt. All barracudas, all the same one. So I know Steve was chasing the silver one down, which was the really rare one. That was like $200-300. But
Which one
there's a
was
red
that?
one, there's a lavender one, and there's a gray one. I think that's the first time I ever heard of. I think the red one was a treasure hunt. No, they were all treasure hunts. Excuse me, because back then there was no supers. It was all called treasure hunts. So they're all three different kudas, and the only one he was
Yeah, I
missing
think
was
he was
that.
in the auction, but I don't know where exactly he was in the auction.
Yeah, yeah, I
He
know he
keep
was.
telling me, I'm in the auction. I gotta find out how much if I won or not. And I think he won the blue one so far.
Oh
And
yeah,
then he outright bought the well yeah, he outright bought the red one, I think. And then there's the silver one that he waiting to see if he win that one too.
yeah, because that was the one that was hard to get. So I told him, I was like, just go buy
Yeah.
them. He's like, nah, 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 nah. I see if I can get on good
Yeah.
price. I go, dude, it's not coming
Yeah.
down.
I know. And then he
The
had
only
all
way you
his
could get them cheap.
collections at his house, and then he started to send it to my house.
Yeah,
That sounds familiar.
I know. Yeah. So I can only imagine. That's why when I was transporting his stuff, I was like, oh man, I better. I didn't even like drop him even in the protector because I
Yeah.
can't replace it. I would have to go on
Yeah,
eBay.
true.
Okay, how much is this? Okay, Steven bought them for $2, but I gotta buy $565 worth.
I don't know.
So
I don't know what car it was, but when we first started hanging out, he goes, "Oh, this one is nice. This one is nice," and I was like, "Okay." So clumsy finger me, I dropped it. And I was like, "Okay, we're gonna get it." He goes, "I think about it." By the time we walking around the whole store with it, I think about it and put it on the side. And later on, you'll find out he's a perfectionist and that type of stuff. Like my
yeah.
bad.
Oh, so you guys was at the store and then you dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
dropped it. Like I was like, my bad. And then like you, I'm looking at it like nothing wrong with it. I think,
The
oh man.
the fact that it hit the ground, even if it
Yeah,
fell flat, he would be like, I don't know if I like that. What?
yeah, yeah.
The impact of the car hitting the cardboard and the ground could have jarred something loose. The paint came weak, and he gonna find something wrong with him. I know.
Mhm.
Like boss one, you could throw him against the wall, be like, the blister never broke, still good. You know what I mean? So like,
$40. No.
you know, that's why that was a good thing. Like when if we would buy something on eBay or whatever, and the thing, you know, I seem to have the bad luck of always finding idiots on eBay that send me busted stuff. Like they don't know how to pack stuff. You know,
Mhm.
dumb people like that should be put on a rocket and sent to another planet, preferably one near the sun. You know what I mean? So we ordered one
Boss
one time,
Boss
and
2 is being very reserved right now.
Yes, in honor of Steven, I'm being reserved. So there was one we ordered, right, and we opened it live, yeah, on camera, yeah. And so Boss One's opening it, and the IDOT or idiot who packed it folded the card and stuck it in a box where it doesn't fit. So when Boss
Oh
One
yeah.
opened it, the blister had popped off and the car fell out. So I was like flim flam flarm, all of the F bombs was dropping, which didn't make him any happy because he had to fix that. He had to edit all that out, right? But
Mhm.
the good news is he was like, to shut me up. He was like, hey, relax, relax, relax. I'll go order another one. I was like, okay, and pow. So he, you know, how to, with him taking stuff like that, he could easily diffuse stuff. Ah, my stuff is broke. Oh, I'll take it. It looks cool. I bet. Okay, I go order another one then. And they know
You know,
Paul Gang, so I don't know if he was
I think
doing that.
jokingly,
Yeah.
I said the video had one word. It said hi, and that's it.
Yeah, and then after that was like all F bombs, and then because we wanted to do the realism to get the real emotion. Boss One forgot how emotion I was. But yeah, you know, just stuff like that. So that's why we always had different grades. Like I think we were talking about one, and then we was like, "Oh, the thing looked good," and then Steven was like, I don't know, the corner don't look too good. It was like, what? And then so we was looking at the corner. I was like, what's wrong with it? Even I said, I cannot see nothing wrong. And that thing is a little, if you angle the thing in the light, look bent. We're like, what? And we couldn't figure out what was wrong, bro. Okay, Steve. So it was fun with the. He liked to debate, Steve, but he was a perfectionist when it came to like his collectibles. So yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
That's why, like, so he wanted, if he wants one and I see it in Walmart, I gotta make sure I get two so I can, I can buy that two. Yeah, you
yeah.
choose one. Choose whatever one you want. Like, you got two options. If not, oh well.
Why do I feel that even though you bought two, he probably then he goes, oh, they both no good, and he's like,
Sometimes, yeah.
pulling out hairs. Now you gotta go buy case. Okay, Steve, a bond case. Down is too bright. That's too dull. That's what I told him. I said, dude, for Christian and for God that forgive, you're not too forgiving on this stuff, are you? He just laughed.
He'll tell you no.
Yeah, he just laughed at that.
That's different.
Yeah. So you know, like for everybody that chiming in or joining in, wondering why we're not showing any cars, this is a remembrance to Boss 3, a good friend of ours who passed away yesterday in the morning. And so we're just trying to remember him. And, you know, we had Greg Patrick on, another good friend of ours that used to be with us from the beginning, Mike Dyson, that was with us from the beginning. And we thank everybody, New Collector, for putting in some very great words. All these guys, they were with us from the beginning. Much appreciated. And to everybody that's, I can't see if anybody else is on. If anybody else is on, thank you for stopping by and listening. You guys are probably going, how come nobody's showing one video of cars? Figure I had to go interject with that just in case. These guys no more cars. But we felt that, you know, we had to talk about Steve, you know, because, you know, he's a friend.
Yeah.
You know, and he was a collector, fellow collector. And so, you know, and he went too early. You know what I mean? He was too young and he went too early. So, but is anybody else on? I can't see.
Yeah. There was Quincy that commented earlier. Sorry, I'm posting the live stream up so that other people, because I didn't share it. I'm sorry. That we would have had more people here. I think if I shared it. Um. Oh, Charles just came in. Charles McLaughlin.
Oh, Charles. Hey, what's up, Charles? Long time no see. Hold on a sec.
Oh, so Charles, we're here doing a live stream and paying tribute to Boss 3 who passed away yesterday, June 11th, in the morning. Um, so we decided to come on a live stream and say our happy memories of Steven and some happy stories, to help us remember him. Uh, it was taken too soon from us. He was a very, very dedicated collector, as we were explaining earlier. Very dedicated to the craft of finding the perfect carded Hot Wheels to collect. Oh, um, oh yes. Thank you. So if you guys hear all that loud background
Okay,
noise,
can everybody hear me?
oh yeah, they can hear you perfectly fine. uh, sound like you fell down there. Okay, sorry,
Oh,
I
me.
muted you. Yeah.
No, it was raining, so I was like, I better get out because I'm melting. No.
Oh, yeah. So Boss Two
Who's
is
on,
at
Charles?
my
Wow,
house.
haven't talked
Yeah,
to Charles in
Charles.
a long time. But then again, we never do a live in a long time either. So,
Yeah,
what's up,
that's
Charles?
true. Yeah, Charles. Thank you for your
Yeah,
condolences.
everything is coming out broken up.
Yeah, you might be on the edge of the Wi-Fi.
Okay, I
You
lost
can
everybody.
come back and come inside the gate and then sit inside under the roof. So Boss 2 is social distancing from me because I sound like I have a cold and we don't want to spread it. So he is socially distant from me right now. We haven't had a live stream uh in the studio here in a long time because it's under I keep saying it's under construction, but what I'm doing is I'm actually moving, inventory out. So all the cars that we opened over the years, uh, they need to go somewhere. So it's all the case openings, all the premium Hot Wheels that we opened. I got cases. I opened one set and I held the other set. So all of those are going to be cleaned out so that we can have a new studio here to work in. And I think we lost Boss 2 um, there for, yeah, I think he dropped off. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm gonna, we're just over an hour, 7 minutes here now. Um, and we still don't have the details, whether we're gonna, whether a tribute website to collect money for his service, for Steven's services is gonna be uh announced on like a GoFundMe or the Gifts and Go website. So once we know where contributions either sorry, if you knew Steven, um or if you just want to say something nice about Steven, we'll share the link to that website as soon as that is made available to everyone. Like I said, he just passed away uh yesterday, Sunday morning, June 11th, so it's still pretty early um to have any of that right now. So Boss 2, since you're back on, do you have anything else you want to contribute? Oh, not sure if he can hear. um and Trini was a good friend of Steve. Just I talked to Steve maybe just a few hours before he passed. um Trini, do you have anything that you'd like to include? Oh, sorry.
I just want to thank everybody, that had that allowed Steven to be a part of you folks' life, whether through personal or through the Hot Wheel industry, about his collection. Uh, he will be missed, dearly. And I know like I said, he touched so many lives out there and so many of you, and then helped us through so many struggles too in life, as well as good times too, and vice versa. We helped him too, in times of need and stuff. And so I just want to thank you all, and that um, on behalf of the family and I just want to say thank you, and we love you guys all for just being there for him, when he needed friends, friends to just
Right.
gather
Yeah.
around and support him in times too as well. So thank you so much for all you guys did for him. Thank you.
Thank you. We're still finding out um, more details of how wide and how far Steven's impact went. Uh, he uh, Steven had a lot of personal connections with everyone that he came into contact with. So we're seeing his Facebook page and the tributes on his Facebook page from people that we like. Trini mentioned earlier, she didn't know her friends knew Steve also, and they're commenting on his page or to her about him. Um, so stay tuned. We will have more information. We had lost Boss 2. I'll sign off for him. Uh, um, and thank everybody for coming out to this live stream. I know that we haven't done much in a while. Steve was also a big part of the live streams with us. So we thank Steve for his contribution over the years, his friendship and fellowship with us. So thank you, Steve. Rest in peace. We will see everyone again on another live stream. And thank you for joining and for being uh, loyal viewers of our channel. We appreciate you very, very much. Thank you and have a good night.